Here we go.
At their own 25-yard line.
Yellow 80! Yellow 80! 53! Ready!
On first down, Stafford here. Hunter Henry brings it in. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Here's Stafford. And Pascal's got it. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A third down gain of 19.
And the Chargers, first down. First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Ready! Yellow 20! Me and you all day. All day.
Stafford on first down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. So now second and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Throwing again. Stafford. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
The second down completion got him 7. Now here's third and 3.
22. Wild Bill. Like 22, he's coming. 22's coming.
To the air again. Stafford. Got a man. It's complete. Williams. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 30.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in this paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone? Give them 12 yards there. The Chargers have a first down. Here's the first carry for Austin Eckler. And how about this first drive? They're being aggressive, slinging it around.
Really confident, too, because they're not trying to fool them with running plays, throwing it, and they're being very successful right now.
Stafford, flushed out right. Got a man. It's Allen for the Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Extra point up and good by Tavecchio. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Tavecchio. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Ready? AT Gator. 29 to Mike. Stop your. Topper. Bud. Now.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Joey Bosa in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Now the first carry here for Phillip Lindsay. Got some room at the 30 and all the way up to the 35-yard line. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a first down.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down. So back-to-back big runs picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Now a carry for the former first-round pick of the Chargers. It's Melvin Gordon. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance in guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
Team 6. 49's the mic. 49's the mic. You better bring it. You better bring it. I'm letting you know right now, you better bring it.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. At 5 yards on the play there, the drive will continue. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Orbit. 49, guys. Mike, 49. Oh, here we go. Oh, 49's the mic. Watch 49. Dude.
They'll set up a throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass.
March 49. No gain on this defense. No gain. 49.
Hey!
Mike, 49.
Hey, Echo!
49.
Ready?
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line. They brought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break off their routes quickly as well.
Down Stafford. That's into the hands of Pascal. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 17 yards for the Chargers there as they've got themselves a first down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
At the 28-yard line.
Ready? 250!
Check 45's the mic.
Ain't double right. We taking win cover.
A shotgun snap for Stafford. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. Broncos football as we begin quarter number 2. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they do the interception and finish off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Now it's Lindsey. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down.
Let's get it. Come on.
An extra cornerback now in the game for the Chargers here on third.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping.
61, matchbox lights. Hey, high 7. Get it.
Looking to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football and now zapped right back in the other direction.
Let's go. Get excited. Let's go. Let's go.
The Charger drive about to get going. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, and it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
The Charger drive about to get going. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Throwing is Stanford. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. He can run for it, and he will.
And what a weapon to have when you can use your quarterback as a short yardage runner and pick up first downs.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Stafford. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown.
Now that was a beautiful play. A pick 6. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What do you mean, with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going.
Ready, move.
You draw corker.
Stafford here coming off his pick six. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Von Miller, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Stafford now to throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off near the 29. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. They had him back deep, got the interception, and now they start inside the 10.
Partner, forget starting inside the red zone. They're inside the green zone. From the 10-yard line in, a lot of teams call it that because that's the money zone. Get it into the end zone and make your cash.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
Get your backs to the goal line. I can hear my high school coach right now. This is when force meets force. Got to be physical in order to win this battle.
Yeah, that's where the physicality pays off. A nice job forcing the contact and forcing the incompletion.
Yeah, Coach Ford would have loved that play.
Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal.
Set, ready, 8, read.
You can't block me. You can't block me. You can't block me.
5.
They'll try and punch it in. Gordon. And he goes backwards on this one. Losing yardage to the 7. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
So on 4th down, on comes Brandon McManus and the field goal unit for the Broncos. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And McManus able to put it through. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. Well, maybe a little bit of an anxious moment there as that ball got closer and closer, but it does curl in.
Yeah, actually did a little bit of a slow dance there with the left upright, didn't it? But had just enough space, as you said, for it to curl in.
The Charger drive about to get going. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, people say bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, the offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Charger first. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Now a pass here caught by Hunter Henry. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. On 2nd down, Eckler. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41.
250, recon, 152,
On 1st and 10, Stafford. Flush to his right. He'll get this to Eckler. The ball comes out. It's picked up by the Broncos. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40.
49, guys. Mike, 49. You must be getting tired of seeing me. 49 to Mike. Watch 49. All day, dog. 49.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a first down.
First down.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Joey Bosa, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Protein spill.
Under 10.
Hey, Alpha. Look at me. Zipper.
Quarterback, don't get
Be driven.
They'll look to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Casey Hayward, the Pro Bowler, there to knock it away.
Brandon, what we just saw there is something we hear from coaches throughout the league. How are you going to defend what they call the moment of truth ball, meaning a 50-50? The ball's in the air, defender's there, receiver's there. Who's going to make a play on the football? And in this case, the defensive guys actually got it done and knocked it away.
49 to Mike. Watch 49.
Yes. Go.
49 to Mike. 49 to Mike. Let's go. Mike's 49. Hey.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. Nigel Bradham, the linebacker, right there on the coverage.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
And here now the punter, Martin, booming this one away. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Just 18 seconds remain till halftime as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. So we've hit halftime, just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
2nd and 2. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
Topper!
Check that. We want Mike 52 right here.
Hey, Charlie! Yo, go! Go!
He'll look to throw here. He's got his tight end fan, and he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. It's a first down following a gain of 3. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Pull it high.
Now Gordon on 1st down. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Pilot, 64, weak. Hey, exit. Now.
Here's a 2nd and 7. He's going to air one out. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
52, Mike 52. Drop deep, drop deep. Mike 52, Mike 52.
I smell fear in that offense.
Hey, wahoo!
I smell fear in that offense.
Mike 52.
They'll set up to throw. Open man is Gordon, complete. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Got to give him points for the attempt, but there's just a wave of pressure there. A host of people in the area. Evades a few, but couldn't evade all of them.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Hey, orbit.
Now back to throw. Got Gordon open, completes it. It's a 4-yard pickup, and they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
They'll look to throw. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. We're holding on to the lead at this stage in the second half. Those are the types of plays you really want to try and stay away from.
And when you're a rookie, keeping your focus is something that you still have to work on all the time because there's so many distractions around you between the crowd noise and your coaches and your teammates. But the other part, you've got to learn how to finish. The 2 F's for a rookie quarterback.
A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger first down.
Alert!
Stafford on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. Another try after the first down sack. Stafford and his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. They'll start on the ground with Lindsey. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Phillip Lindsay, his second touchdown on the season. And the Broncos push further out in front. Extra point from McManus is good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go. Take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They trail by 10, 17-7 as they come up on a 1st and 10. They started on the ground with Eckler. And, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Now Eckler, and they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues.
If these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Stafford. And now here is another interception. A.J. Boye with a pick. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
Hey, it's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept the pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got Bioski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish.
You draw Porter. Ready?
On 2nd down, it's Lindsay. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. Denver has a 1st down on the 15-yard play.
On the double.
15. First down.
22 Jet Bombers. 22 Jet Bombers. Go.
They'll keep it on the ground. This time it's Gordon. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. As an inside linebacker, got to be a little bit more poised.
No doubt about it, because they get a little bit of flexibility, especially when they're trying to stuff a gap. You know, we get that double A gap look. This time he got too eager and got too deep into the backfield.
49 to Mike. Watch 49. Let's go, baby. They turn it over. Get that ball. Get that ball. 49. 49 to Mike. 49 to Mike.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Forced out to his left. He completes this to Sutton. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now at Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson. It's Bronco football, and they also have the lead here as we get set for the 4th. Back to throw here. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Hey, they're scared. They're scared. Where's 52? Watch 52. 52's the mic. Switch.
They'll drop the throw. And he's got it. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the 1st down as he's tackled at the 1. And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's 1st and goal. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal.
Recon, 152 fighter. Yep.
Check. Motion out
They'll try to run with Lindsey. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. A loss of 2 there, second down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Go. Go.
2nd and 3. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Cortland Sutton, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Broncos push further out in front. McManus's point after is good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where...
And my goodness, another interception. A.J. Boye with a pick. And he will score. Touchdown, Denver. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. Extra point from McManus is good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. And they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up.
It's Eckler again. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the first, second, and third. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. The bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
14 yards is the pickup there and a Charger first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Draw play, it's Eckler. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45.
Let's talk a little football 101 here because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 37.
The beauty of route running is it doesn't matter what position. Everyone's doing the same thing. In this case, tight end, selling the vertical route. Get the defensive back on his heels, break off for the corner. With good timing, you get a completion as we just saw there.
Here's a run on first down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard, 2nd and 11. Once more, here's Eckler. That one good for 13 and a Charger first.
That's how you get right up off of the mat because on the last play, they stoned him in the backfield and dropped him for a loss. But he's the type of guy that scared me a little bit because he's not daunted. Just got right back up, showed some confidence, and picked up a first down with his very next run.
That one good for 13 and a Charger first. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Running on 1st down, Eckler. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. That's complete right around the 8. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. A loss of 8 that time, and it brings up 3rd down. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. That'll be good for 6, but now it's 4th down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Now, a field goal obviously means nothing here. They're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th down. Here we go on 4th. Stafford. Rush coming, and he's taken down. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Broncos will take over on downs. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. They find some open field here. That one 28 yards on the ground.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
49.
That one looks like he'll throw here. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver 1st down.
Alpha. And the Broncos 1st down.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And a sack. They get to him defensively, but the flag comes in, and I think the D jumped. Now they'll try to take advantage of that offsides call. Here's 1st and 5.
Hey, Foxtrot.
I got one.
They're going to look to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
I'm coming after you. SOS.
Hey, Mike 6'6", pull it hot. Ready?
On 2nd down, a run with Lindsey. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. So this one will wind up a Denver victory, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously,